wow, what do you know? It's time for the Pocket Knife Show. Hey, it's Mike on the mic again for another episode of the Pocket Knife Podcast. Have I mentioned my love of hiking before? I'd be surprised if I hadn't. I have hiked in some of the most beautiful places with my wife. She's beautiful too. Last year, the two of us hiked a number of trails in the Joshua Tree and Zion National Parks. Each path we walked revealed new and interesting things. The same has been true of the many treks we've taken in Yellowstone and Bryce Canyon and Arches and the Badlands and we've been in a lot of cool places. We have hiked also a number of 14ers in Colorado. I've summited 10 such peaks, my wife a few less than that, but she's been to the top of several. In addition, we've looked out over creation from shorter mountains in the Northwest and in the Smokies. In Scottsdale, for one of my wife's high school class reunions, she and I climbed the much shorter Camelback Mountain with a number of her classmates. And then there's church camp hikes. I've hiked miles upon miles at Quaker Meadow Camp in California's Sierras, at Quaker Ridge in the Rockies outside Woodland Park, at Indiana's Quaker Haven Camp, and Kansas's Camp Quaker Haven. I went to Quaker Heights in Iowa too, but I don't recall treks through the woods there. Maybe they didn't have any trails. I don't know. My wife and I have been hanging out at Camp Quaker Haven south of Arkansas City, Kansas. Yes, that's the proper way to pronounce it around here. Anyway, we've been hanging out at this camp, helping out with projects and enjoying life with others who are doing the same. Our first working vacation at the camp was way back in 2009 when 100 or more youth, including some from our church, worked together with some adults to make major improvements on the grounds. It was like a local missions trip. Since then, my wife and I have spent at least 2, maybe 3 weeks giving back to the camp, which hosts the family camp our family has attended all but a couple of years since 1998. On one of our week-long project completing ventures, I spent hours in the woods clearing the trails of debris, lopping off branches, reopening closed-off pathways. The work environment was the best ever, in the woods on a trail lit by early spring sunshine, accompanied by cheerful people who threw themselves wholeheartedly into the task we shared. The only downer for the day was losing my glasses somewhere in the underbrush. Even that brings a smile now. I picture Raccoon sitting in his den, glasses on his snout, reading a foraged Outdoors magazine. Back to the trail clearing work. Thinking about it now, I see similarities to the work of clearing my life of sinful ways. Sometimes it's been difficult making forward progress due to the twisting and turning and interweaving of behaviors. I'd conquer one thing and find another which needed pruning. I've had to call on God and others to deal with most of the super-entangled sins. Every time I've cleared another area, I find gratitude welling up within my soul. It's so much better to walk through life when the things which once tripped me up no longer do. I love the picture Hebrews 12 paints for us of a runner, could be a hiker as well, who seeks a clearer path. These words follow immediately on the heels of Hebrew 11's catalog of the actions and attitudes of many of the Old Testament's faith-filled followers of God. Let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. On the trail of life, Jesus is the leader. I'm following him, attentive to which turns he takes and the pitfalls he points out. I step over far more holes and roots and rocks than I used to because he's leading me. Do you need a little help clearing your path in life? If you want aid, Jesus is there, and so are others who've seen him disentangle their hearts from bondage. Invite your Savior and your believing friends into the struggle and see if those tripping hazards in your life can't be removed so that you can walk with confidence, eyes on Jesus, as he leads. Oh no, it's sad I know we've come to the end of the show. See you next time.